For most countries, reaching the World Cup is a dream. For France, it is an expectation. Not long ago, they lifted the World Cup trophy in Russia. 4 years later, they came within minutes of winning it again. And now, as another World Cup approaches, France enters the tournament with something few nations possess: talent, depth, experience, and perhaps the most dangerous player on the planet, Kylian Mbappé. But this story isn't just about Mbappé. It's about a football machine that never seems to stop producing stars, a nation that turns teenagers into superstars, a team so deep that world-class players often sit on the bench, and a country that believes anything less than lifting the trophy is failure. The question is simple: can France conquer the football world once again? Or will the pressure of expectation finally catch up to them? This is the story of France's road to the next World Cup, and why they might be the most dangerous team in the tournament. Most football nations spend decades chasing greatness. France doesn't. They create it. While other countries dream about producing one golden generation, France keeps producing another, and another, and another. The scary part? The rest of the world might be underestimating them again. Because France isn't rebuilding. France is reloading. And World Cup 2026 could become their most dangerous campaign, yet every great football nation eventually declines. France somehow avoids it. Why? Because French football doesn't rely on stars. It produces them year after year, generation after generation. Somewhere in France right now, another future superstar is already waiting. That's what makes France different. Their success isn't luck. It's a system. The 2022 World Cup final changed everything. France lost. But they didn't break. They proved something far more important. Even when everything went wrong, they were still one kick away from becoming champions. Most teams would have collapsed. France almost completed a miracle. And that experience created something dangerous. Hunger. Every football era has a face. Brazil had Pelé. Argentina had Maradona. Portugal had Ronaldo. France now has Mbappé. But here's what makes France terrifying. They are not a one-man team. While the world watches one superstar, dangerous players appear everywhere. Every position, every line, every phase of the game. France can beat you in different ways. They can dominate possession. They can defend deep. They can counterattack. They can survive chaos. That's what separates great teams from champions. Adaptability. And France may be the most adaptable team on earth. The frightening reality? France isn't getting older. They're getting deeper. While other nations worry about replacing legends, France already has replacements waiting. Young, fearless, hungry, determined to create their own legacy. France's biggest enemy isn't another team. It's expectation. Everybody expects France to win. Every match, every tournament, every trophy. That's pressure few nations understand. But champions don't fear expectations. They embrace them. It sounds crazy. How could a team that won the World Cup and reached another final become even stronger? Yet, that's exactly the possibility. More depth, more experience, more motivation. More unfinished business. The ingredients are all there. The greatest threat to France could be France itself, because history has shown something interesting. Talent alone doesn't win World Cups. If it did, football would be predictable. And football has never been predictable. Every World Cup creates surprises. Every World Cup creates heartbreak. Every World Cup destroys at least one giant. That's why France must be careful. Not because they lack quality, but because expectations can become a burden. When everyone expects you to win, every mistake feels bigger. Every missed chance feels heavier. Every defeat feels catastrophic. The pressure becomes enormous. Yet, this French team has lived through pressure before. They've played in finals. They've played in front of billions. They've experienced both glory and heartbreak. And sometimes, that experience becomes the difference between champions and contenders. Maybe France won't win World Cup 2026. Football is too unpredictable for guarantees. But one thing is certain. Nobody wants to face them. Nobody wants to see France on their side of the bracket. Because France doesn't just have talent. They have history, experience, depth, confidence, and perhaps most importantly, belief. The belief that they belong at the very top of world football. So, now I want to hear from you. Is France the favorite to win World Cup 2026?